Hi, beautiful people of the universe.
Hi, guys.
This is us again. Fuze Unbothered, brought to you by Upfront and Personal. Never ever will I ever be here all alone by myself. I'm here with the gang.
That's how we roll. ABA Kingsley, what's going on, everybody?
Medici, welcome to Fuze Unbothered.
Okay, I mean, you know that we always talk about things that are happening. You know, we always, tell you all the stories of everything going on.
I used to care for the world's opinion. I used to fear their rejection. I used to beg for validation. And I used to wait to be seen. But the fire that burned in me was hotter. And the passion that lived in me had a voice of its own. So I stopped waiting and started to act. I stopped fearing and started to live. And when they thought I'd fail, I stepped into my power.
Because my time is now.
Amstel Malta, be your best.
Fuze Unbothered.
And now, one of the stories that we're going to be talking about has to do with, two celebrities that got involved in an altercation in an event that happened in Lagos.
AKA
now, this is not yes, we see it all the times, but every once in a while we hear celebrities being involved, and it makes the news, obviously. So now, Mercy Aigbe was involved. Actress Mercy Aigbe, who recently got married.
Yeah.
Got involved, in this fight with socialite Lara Olukotun. And so
Larry.
Larry, popularly known as Larry. She's a socialite and she's an entrepreneur.
Businesswoman,
yeah, exactly. I mean, and people are taking sides already. People are saying, Mercy Aigbe this, Larry's this.
Did you take his side?
I didn't take his side because, first of all, obviously, I want to understand what the story is all about.
We don't know.
So now, Mercy comes out and says, Larry has been trolling me ever since I got married to Kazim Adeoti, ever since she got married to her husband. And Larry, on the other hand, was not loving the fact that, Mercy.
I feel like you should emphasize the fact that it's her second marriage. So we know why she's actually trolling her. I mean, it's her second marriage.
This will even be the third marriage, actually.
Third marriage.
This is the third marriage.
Oh, God.
So this is the third marriage. And so Larry has taken it upon herself to not be happy with what Mercy Aigbe is doing and her general attitude, towards the first wife of her latest husband.
Yeah.
And Mercy...
Latest husband, like a new car.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Hey.
Oh, God.
So her latest husband. And so obviously, there's a back and forth, they're exchanging words, at the table that they're sitting at this, store opening event, and then Larry decides to go physical by throwing a bottle at Mercy Aigbe. So it just keeps
that's violence in Pro Max level. Like it's not online violence. They went Pro Max, like really physical. Throw a bottle, a breakable bottle.
Luckily, it didn't land on anybody. It could have been a different story now, honestly.
Yeah.
But she's still defending her stand, saying, I'm not happy with Mercy Aigbe. I don't like how she's treating, her husband's first wife.
But that's
I feel like it's always going to be normal for celebrities to keep having feuds like this, rifts on a day-to-day basis. And we've seen a couple of other celebrities, music industry, Nollywood industry, and all that. I remember Genevieve and Omotola. I remember Vector and MI, and a couple of other.
Tiwa Savage and Shay Shay from Weaver.
Exactly.
Hey.
So it's going to be a consistent thing, especially if you're in the eye.
Like me and Medici
fans.
too.
Yeah, I mean, but let's not go there. Anyways, back to Mercy Aigbe and Larret. Of course, I don't want to say I blame Larret for coming out to Mercy Aigbe. I mean, Mercy Aigbe has whatever, she's alive. She has the right to do whatever she wishes to do. If it's actually because of her getting married to that man, then I don't think Larret has. I don't. Think
if you ask me, I think they've trolled Mercy Aigbe enough.
I mean,
I think now she's married to the man. Yeah, we need to move on.
For every time she uploads his picture, which she has been doing that consistently, she has never done that.
She doesn't even care.
She's really back to back, like whatever you guys say that. So Anyway,
So you're
I like the fact that she's not doing it out of timidity. She's doing her full chest and all that. That's cool.
But we can't really say she doesn't handle a social media page herself. She's probably in her room dying of depression, and somebody here is flaunting her, smiling at her. So we don't really know. I mean, it's a lot. Trolling is not easy. What?
Yeah, but I think
one person trolls is enough.
It's not easy to be, on the receiving side, of trolling. So I think people should just, let this lady be. She has made a decision as to what she wants to do. She has decided to marry the man. She has married him. So can we move on?
Why don't we talk about Yabo just smiling?
Yabo,
so I don't know if you remember one time that there was this sort of thing that happened between Wizkid and Burna and David, that they were having back and forth and all that. So they were in a club in Ghana, and I think Davido's people were storming out of the club, and Wizkid was there, but he was just drinking water. From the side. So what I'm trying to say is Iyabo Ojo went all Wizkid on both of them, because she knows both of them. But she was sitting down beside Larit, I think.
Yes.
And she just went and she went all Wizkid.
What would you do actually? You don't have to involve yourself in something that doesn't.
I feel like because she's friends with both of them. I mean, in the past she's had issues with Larit. They've not been in talking terms since for the past 2 years, but they recently just reconciled. So in her mind, she's like, okay,
I don't want to.
I've been there before.
I don't want
to going there.
She goes on Instagram to post, a very nice picture, and then she says the face the look you give when you don't want to be involved in violence,
which stays a lot. Anyway, guys, we still have more tips for you. Stay tuned to Fuze Unbothered.
Enjoy the simple moments where you get. Show your style, no go limit yourself. I beg you, no let worries scatter your head. Oh, no forget, make sure say you be yourself. Yeah, chop life, live life, do the things when go make you happy. Them know like I'm too much left. Everybody gets your flavor. Chop life, drink up, one glass of Martin as you step down. Them know like I'm too much left. Everybody gets your flavor. Oh, your flavor.
Maltina, share happiness.
Fuze Unbothered.
All right, so a certain actress has come out to say, you know what, we should normalize being submissive and respectful to men, regardless of our achievements, regardless of how we see ourselves as ladies. The men are the head of the family, and it's going to remain so. And she talks about how your being beautiful and all is going to eventually fade away, and
she
all
gave
of that.
A particular age,
50 years old, and a man can still get married to someone else. So we should be submissive and blah 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 blah. And I'm asking myself, of course, I kind of agree with what she said. I mean, it's in the Bible, and wives submit to your husband as you do to the Lord and all that. But submission comes a lot of other things: attention, love, trust. Okay, so it's not enough to say you actually want to submit to a man. I mean, if the man doesn't love you in return, if he doesn't respect you in return, if he doesn't give you the attention you deserve, if he doesn't trust you, then I don't think being submissive would actually come naturally. I mean, if all these are put in place, then I don't think you actually have to even plead for submission.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I also saw somewhere that in a relationship you don't give 50-50, you give 100-100. Both parties are supposed to come in and give 100.
I agree, but I don't agree in the terms of being equal. I don't think we should. I think we try for equal with men and women.
I mean, giving into the relationship, energy and all that.
Okay.
You know what? The submission thing should also
definitely should be 50-50.
Okay, so for me though, I think I share a different idea from what my teacher just said. I think men and women are equal, right?
You think men and women are equal?
I think men and women are equal.
That's interesting.
I think we're all human beings, and I think we're equal people.
Okay.
Yes.
When it comes to the home, I believe that the man should lead or head the home. That doesn't make me any less equal than he is. So I wouldn't expect you to treat me less equally than you you treat yourself. I expect you to love me like you love yourself.
Yeah.
And I think, when it comes to people are talking too much about how women need to submit. I think there's too much noise around that.
Yeah.
We already know that is important. We already know that that's what's ideal. But I also say that it's almost natural, because once a woman loves a man, she naturally wants to submit. When a man gives love, the woman submits.
Where is my love?
It's just
That's true.
Where is my love?
It just works
It goes
that
hand
way.
in hand,
I feel like you're telling it most times when a woman needs to be reminded about the need to submit. Maybe she doesn't really even love the guy that much, or the guy doesn't love her so much.
Or he doesn't even respect her as much.
Exactly.
Hi,
So
what
I
am
think
I
we need to
doing?
start talking to men and talking to women. We're talking too much to women all the time.
Yeah.
So whatever the actress is, I'm not agreeing with you. She even goes ahead to talk about putting an expiration date on woman's beauty, and she tagged you at 50. I'm pissed off by this statement.
Beauty is how do they say it now?
Beauty is in the eyes of the
and it's
beholder.
within the mind, all right?
Because there's this societal construct that a lady is prepared for the home, regardless of whatever she goes through in her home, she has to submit. Which I feel like
yes, and that's the basis that has resulted into a lot of domestic violence and women being on the receiving end. They feel, oh, this is my place, and the man on the other end does not see the needs most times, or in some cases, to respect the woman in return. There's a lot of advocacy around how women should be. What about the men?
So men,
you have a role
you heard
to
that?
play.
You also have a role to play. You also have a role to play, and you should also be willing to give in sometimes. I think I was in a wedding recently, and we are asking a question that who is always right in family, and no matter what it is, the woman has to always be right. Arguments and all that.
I used to care for the world's opinion. I used to fear their rejection. I used to beg for validation. And I used to wait to be seen. But the fire that burned in me was hotter, and the passion that lived in me had a voice of its own. So I stopped waiting and started to act. I stopped fearing and started to live. And when they thought I'd fail, I stepped into my power.
Because my time is now.
Amstel Malta, be your best.
Fuze Unbothered.
Moving on, all right. Reality TV star Wathoni Enyasi, I don't know if I pronounced that right, responded to a follower who asked about dating the friend of her ex, all right, and she vehemently, all right, advised that no, you're going to regret it and you're going to hate yourself because it might turn sour for you if the relationship doesn't work out. And I actually agree with what she said. If you want to go into another relationship after leaving your ex, try and look outside the box, all right? Don't look around the circle or circle, because I mean there's still going to be a lot of entanglement that could be emotionally draining, all right? And aside that, you do not want to have a lot of complications around your love life or relationship life. So why would you be dating the same circle? Leave your ex-boyfriend's friend, leave the circle entirely. There are many fishes in the ocean, and I actually buy that, because like, come on, man.
All right, as much as I would like to take a stand, I'm kind of indifferent about it, because let's analyze the situation. First of all, what was the reason? What was the reason for the breakup? Are you guys in the same city? What kind of relationship did your ex have with your
friend? His friend.
His friend, right? Yeah. What else? There are certain questions you need to ask yourself before you actually get in. And we're actually coming out to say this. She's probably had an experience about it.
Maybe
right?
that turns out something.
So I don't agree and I don't disagree, but please don't try it. It's not. Okay,
it's not advisable.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of comparison. It will come up. You have an issue and you're like, oh, my ex wasn't this, my ex wasn't.
Yes,
and this person knows your ex.
Yes.
Please.
And your ex would know.
There's a lot of conversation about, he's probably not smashing you the way your ex.
Gabby, what's your take?
I'm just going to say this. Wathoni, easier said than done. Because I mean, there are many fishes in the river, but how many fishes love you?
Yeah, you can't choose who you like. Yeah,
how many fishes are in love with you, and how many? If you don't know why you're looking at me, how many fishes are in love with you, and how many fishes are you in love with? Yeah. Do you understand what I mean? Sometimes it's hard to find someone that you love and loves you in return. Aww. And if you find that in your boyfriend, your ex-boyfriend's friend, in your ex-boyfriend's friend, just like Madichi said, I'm going to say, sit down, look at the situation very carefully, because love is not easy to come by. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. I'm going to lie to you if I tell you that it's easy to find love, right? So you can say, look outside the circle.
I feel like Gabby's talking from the heart of.
Please.
You know.
I just want to say, remain wicked, stay wicked.
Okay, so that's it. I mean, look at the situation very well. Don't just take these words for what it is. Analyze the situation and find out. If you guys are not in the same city, maybe you can actually,
I feel like you could
create something beautiful.
Yeah,
so don't just,
That's it.
All right, guys, that's much we're going to take today on Fuze and Unbothered. Don't forget to follow the conversation on all social media platforms. Do follow us on YouTube at The Fuze and on Instagram at Fuze_local. You can link up with me on all social media platforms at _Madici.
So link up with me on Instagram at Gabby.Gabby.
Link up with me at AB_AKYNZ, AB_Akins. Do not forget to always love yourself, live life on your own terms. From all of us here in the studio,
stay fused.
Upfront and personal, world-class business, world-class consultants.